Kia ora koutou, welcome to Vibe. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Pixie, and we've got a dope show planned for you today.
To start off, we're going to be talking to a lovely fashion guru who upcycles unwanted clothes.
We're also going to have a talented photographer, Ella Wake, coming in for a chat.
There will be loads more goodies in and around that, and we'll be finishing off with DIY lava lamps and showcasing an amazing graffiti mural that has just been put in our student cafe.
Sounds great, Gabby. Let's get on with the show. Welcome to Vibe.
Now it's time to introduce you to one of Auckland's successful creative women. She's upcycled fashion, she's recycled unwanted clothes, and her mantra is always kindness is everything. Welcome, Susie. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So Susie, tell us about your brand.
So it's a little thing I started a couple of years ago. It's based on upcycling clothes. I worked in the fashion industry as a supplier to the wool industry and the sportswear industry and to high fashion for a long time. I saw a lot of waste. I saw a lot of pressure being put on people to make clothes over and over again like it was life and death matters, and there is too many clothes out there in the world. So I decided I would put my love of vintage together and recycling and try to make clothes that people loved but that didn't involve any footprint on the planet.
Awesome. So you're fully against fast fashion and a passionate recycler.
I don't know, I'm fully against anything. I just think it's nice to have another option, and yeah, I like to buy old clothes. I've always really liked old clothes better than what people are making now. I think the quality was better back in the day.
So can you tell us a bit about your process?
I go shopping, which is my favourite thing to do. I just go hunting. So I go up to LA quite a lot. I used to sell there, work there a lot. So I go up there, I go to all the big old vintage stores there. I go hunting and finding things. I kind of have a little sift through what's going on in fashion. I check out what the 20-year-olds are doing, what they're wearing, and what they like. And then I go and mix it with what I like. My customers are generally a bit older. They're more my age, so they're in their 40s and they're rocking that clothes that we used to love in the 90s, you know, and still reliving that as people do. Yeah. And then I have found things, so I embroider on the back of clothes, a bit like graffiti. So the idea is that you take something you think is cool and then you make it even cooler by adding something more to it. So I go and find like a slogan or a tagline or a piece of graffiti that I like a friend of mine went to Cuba and took photos of a Cuban graffiti artist. So I contacted him and bought his art off him and then put it on the back of my clothes. Yeah.
So that must have been what I'd seen when I saw you the first time at Central Flea with the jackets which said kindness is so gangster on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. So you embroidered that on yourself?
No, I pay a company to do it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I work with a company.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Susie, for joining us. You're totally an inspiration to all the creative wahine out there.
Totally. Now it's time to show you a clip of my visit to a good friend of mine and another creative wahine, Mandy Jakic, who is the CEO and founder of Creative Matters.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Hey, I'm Mandy. I'm the founder and CEO of Creative Matters. We run after school and holiday workshops for children. We also do community projects with artists and also professional development courses for teachers. I've been working with Creative Matters in business for 5 years, and I mean, luckily for me, the business is all around sort of stuff that I love. Working with artists and working with children and sort of doing visual art sort of theme stuff is just what I do and what I love, so that's easy. I mean, I think my own art practice probably has suffered slightly because I'm so busy, but you know, it still does inspire me and often leads me to sort of going down new roads in my own art practice from what I'm sort of experiencing. Thinking creatively is hugely important for young people, just to sort of kind of get them thinking outside the square a little bit and, you know, being able to explore things, and I think that opens up a lot of potential. I really love working with painting with children, because painting has a sort of element of surprise in a way, and what we do with Creative Matters is we provide warm and cool options for primary colours with white and black, and so we never really give them the actual paint that's already a colour. We teach them how to make their own colours, and that's for myself. I've done a lot of the paintings here as well, so that's kind of my main medium.
That looks like it was heaps of fun.
It really was. We had loads of fun throughout that day. So I actually brought back our final pieces. So at the front we have shelves/bookends. So you can either put books in between them, or you can nail them to the wall and make them into a shelf.
Yeah.
And then here we have some chip bowls, or you can put anything other than chips in there. But yeah.
Ah, they're super cool. I want to
cool.
make some of those now.
Well, now you can.
Look at that. Coming up after the break, we're going to be chatting to photographer and fashion lover Ella Wake. Welcome to Vibe.
Our next guest is fashion-loving photographer Ella Wake. Welcome, Ella.
Thank you.
So Ella, you're into photography and fashion. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I love photography. It's a major passion for me, and I specialise in fashion photography, which I find is very fun and dramatic and outrageous, and it kind of pushes the boundaries of photography.
Cool. Can you tell us about some of the brands that you've recently been working with?
Yeah, so I work with Showroom 22 a lot, but I've done jobs for Ingrid Stans, Hey Hey and Rye Intimates.
Wow, that's really amazing.
Yeah.
How did you get into photography and fashion photography?
Well, I picked up a camera when I was about 12 because my family's quite into photography, and it takes a lot of bad photos to get a good one, but you get there. And so now, 2 years ago, I started fashion photography and just shoots and practice, and I'm getting there.
Wonderful. And you're only 17, right? So
Yeah.
still balancing this with school?
Yeah, it's a bit of a juggle, but I really enjoy it.
That's wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us today, Ella. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Now for a hot off the press music video from Waiheke-based musician Eli Cantwell. I hope you love it.
Enjoy.
if your heart is still beating, you're doing better than you could. And it's okay to feel like you're rotting away, 'cause it's the same feeling I get every day. I'm sorry.
Wow, what a wonderfully weird music video. We'll be back soon with DIY lava lamps.
And it'll be time for you to see our graffiti mural in our student cafe.
Just because you can copy something doesn't mean you should. Sometimes the best things are the original things. Be yourself, be original, eat Bluebird Originals.
Welcome back to Vibe. It's time to make some lava lamps.
That's right, both of us only have 1 minute to create and show you how to make your own DIY lava lamps.
Something tells me I'm going to win.
I don't know about that, I'm kind of a DIY master myself, but good luck.
Well, if you really want to make it a competition, I think that there should be some stakes in place. So.
Okay, well, I think Stakes should be cleaning all this up.
Ha! Okay, you're on. Get ready to lose.
All right, well, for this colourful experiment, you will need
Some water, some food colouring, some cooking oil, a couple of Alka-Seltzer tablets, and a tall, long glass to chuck it all into.
Awesome.
You ready?
I think I'm ready. 1 minute on the clock, starting now. You cheated, grabbed your blimmin' glass out before me. Hello.
Well,
Okay.
losers are
How are
losers,
you already
Pixie.
pouring stuff in?
Because
It's
I'm a
not coming-
champion.
Uh,
It's in my blood.
I don't actually know about that. You know, my parents are all DIY masters, so it
How is it
actually
even possible to be a DIY
runs
master?
in my blood. It just is. It's just a fact of life, and I need this. You're taking so gosh darn long. Ah, shit, spilling it all everywhere. All right, okay. You trying to steal my food coloring? All right, okay. Woo. Okay, I think that was quite a
Should I
bit.
put more in? No.
No, I don't know. I think I
Well,
might have put too much
I
in.
think that's ready to go.
I think that's that. So all we need now is the Alka-Salt. Okay. Let's watch it go. Mine's starting to bubble.
Mine looks sick.
Mine looks epic.
Oh, yours
I think my one actually wins.
does.
Oh, look, 1 minute and mine's
but-
obviously going harder.
But mine's got more bubbles and stuff.
Yeah, but mine's pink.
Right, fine. You win. You win. You win.
Okay, all right. Well, now we're going to finish with a bang. Let's take a look at this graffiti piece and we'll be back here with our guests. Time for you to clean.
been writing since about 1994 properly. Graffiti in the 90s when I started was real raw because you couldn't, it's not like the internet where you have everything at your fingertips today, you know. Back then you had to know people who were doing it for information on even just what kind of paint to use, let alone what caps to use, let alone how to fill your marker up properly with ink, dome mark, touch-ups, the old Krylons, Tuxin, Tana. My tag's Jews, D-E-W-S, D-A-F, which is Dope Ass Freaks. I think just seeing it in the movies and certain films that I seen growing up just really captured my imagination to want to start doing graffiti and meet people who are doing graffiti. Definitely subway art, which is, you know, the Bible for all writers, I guess. Once I seen that, it just blew my mind. Basically anything you could get your hands on which fitted some of the caps, which you could get off like oven cleaners or shoe stain removers, to just experimenting with different pieces of equipment that you could come up with, you know, good techniques and good paint. There's some good paint that I'd still use today. Yeah, our combat zone is at the start of Dominion Road, where it's the motorway kind of flyover, and underneath is a train track that runs through it, that goes through a tunnel. And it was quite a famous place for people to get up and experiment and violent at some point. Basically, it got handed down to me from the older generation, which was like R&B, Gank, Mock, the people who I looked up to, because they probably started when Style Wars or Beat Street first came out. Just keep practice, keep drawing, because really that's where your style evolves from. Just draw, and keep drawing.
Wow, that was a really awesome piece.
Yeah, super cool.
That was awesome. Yeah, really sick. Well done to all the crew that worked on that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning into this week's episode of Vibe. We've had so much fun today.
And a massive thank you to Susie and Ella for coming into the show today.
Awesome, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Catch you
Catch
later.
you later.